ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. Trump has no business doing what he's doing. It's utter bullshit. And it's deflectionary. Because it's not an accident that so much of this has escalated since the whole Epstein files riled the right, meaning the MAGA right. I mean, we were born at night, not last night. Okay? Let's get that out the way first. This is BS. And the reason why I call it BS is because it is universally recognized, constitutionally recognized, that the president can do that in a place like Washington, D.C., because Washington, D.C. is run by the federal government. But in states, in our republic, the governor is the commander-in-chief of that respective state. It is not the president. So when you order the National Guards for Oregon and the governor of Oregon and the attorney general for Oregon says we don't need you and you do it anyway, you're going to get a ruling like the Trump-appointed judge ruled against them. When you try to do that in Chicago or Maryland, Baltimore, for example, no, that's going to happen. When you try to do it in Chicago with Illinois and Governor Pritzker, that's going to happen. Okay, you try to do that stuff in New York with Governor Hochul or somebody, that's going to happen. You try to do it in California with Governor Newsom, you're going to see lawsuits all over the place. So why do you continue to do this? Why do you continue to use taxpayer money on stuff that is clearly not going to work? Because it's politically expedient, not just for the purposes of you living up to your vows that you've made to your constituency, but also it's distractionary because the more we get to focus on this stuff, the less we get to focus on Epstein. Now, I don't care about, the Epstein. Listen, anybody that's guilty of doing what Jeffrey Epstein did should be thrown under the damn jail. When I say I don't care, I don't mean it literally. I mean that ultimately I don't believe that something's going to happen to the president and others over stuff involving Epstein. I think the MAGA right that's absent, that after this, that's fixated on this, I think it's going to be a futile effort. Not that it doesn't matter, not that I don't care, not that it's frivolous. No, it's very important. It's all a distraction. I get it. Here's the other side to this, though. You're not going to like this. I feel that way about every place but Chicago. It's about no matter who the hell is in office or who's out of office, the same problems persist in the streets of Chicago. And I'm not saying it's what Trump has to do, but if what Trump is trying to do brings attention to the point where it alarms a nation as to what is transpiring in the streets of Chicago, then so be it.